G'day everyone, Artist Wayne and Jacqui here, and welcome to episode 4 of Ram Van Man, where we explore the beautiful Warrumbungles. Today, sadly, we were leaving good old Gunnedah, but we were excited because we were heading over towards Coonabarabran. Heading to Coonabarabran, and we've just entered the Yowie country. And then on to the beautiful Warrumbungle National Park. And by our standards, we were doing a fairly big drive today. We were doing a whopping 140 kilometres. You see, we don't like to do long hauls. There's just too much to see in this beautiful country of ours. So Jacqui and I headed into the visitors centre to get the lay of the land and find ourselves a top spot to camp. Now there are a few options here at the Warrumbungles. You can opt for off-grid bush camping, off-grid camping with amenities, or having a powered site. Once Jacqui and I had all the info from the helpful staff at the info centre, we headed off to find ourselves home for the next 8 nights. We opted for an unpowered site at Camp Blackman, where we settled down for a good night's sleep, because the next day it was the start of Jacqui and I kicking some walking trail goals. G'day everyone, Artist Wayne here in the glorious Warrumbungles, and Jacqui and I are here for 8 fantastic nights, and we are endeavouring to do 6 bushwalks. Bring it on! Our first walk, Burby Canyon. Jacqueline's organising this. Short walk from the car. Here's Burby Canyon track. 2 kilometres. 40 minutes return. Yeah. Now it was really important for me to have my 360 camera and my GoPro at the ready, just in case we came across a yowie. You see, the Coonabarabran region's a bit of a hotspot for yowies. Unfortunately, all Jacqui and I saw were wild goats. They're becoming a real problem in this area. Not as big a problem as wild pigs though. We're gearing ourselves up for a 17-kilometre walk. We're in training. This is a very pretty walk. And we've got backpacks that we've ordered. Will be sent to the Coonabarabran post office. Camelbacks. This is the end of Burby Trail. We've already come to it, didn't take long. So it's just a 2-kilometre return walk, very easy. We'll head back and do another walk today. The Burby Trail's a great way to just ease into it and get ourselves ready for some bigger challenges. The Warrumbungle National Park has 13 fantastic bushwalks, and Jacqui and I were going to tick off as many of them as we could over the 8 days we were staying here in the National Park. That was an easy 2-kilometre walk. Off to another walk.
Trail.
Warrumbungle Nature Trail, second walk for the day.
It's the Warrumbungle Nature Trail.
Over the 8 days that we're here, we're going to smash out all the trails, climaxing with a 17-kilometre walk, which is supposed to be spectacular. Now you can start the Warrumbungle Nature Track in a couple of different spots. I continue to bushwalk in my own style, wearing me trusty thongs, whereas wife Jacqui opted to ski her way around. This 1-kilometre circuit climbs up a small hill for views of Camp Blackman, Siding Spring, Illusory Split Rock and glimpses of the Grand High Tops. It's great for bird watching, kangaroos and wallabies, but no yowies. The track can also link up with Camp Blackman. And talking of Split Rock, which is what I'm looking at right now, it's a grade 4 steep to very steep 3-hour walk, and we're aiming to conquer that in a couple of days' time. Welcome to the Warrumbungles. You see, not many people know this. I do, because I have a brochure. The Warrumbungle National Park was once an active volcano during the Miocene epoch around 18 to 15 million years ago, due to a hotspot below the Earth's crust. Erosion since that time has produced some of the most outstanding scenery in New South Wales and revealed the volcano's inner workings. Everywhere we looked we could see evidence of the dynamic volcanic processes, including lava flows, destructive mud flows and exploding lava domes. Really does make for some stunning scenery. And as Jackie and I wandered over this rock, which looked like a giant testicle, we couldn't help but think we love the Warrumbungles. And that's the end of that walk, and that was really good. We spent the rest of the arvo watching two locals have a boxing match and watching the sun go down on what was a brilliant first day here in the Warrumbungle National Park. Day 2, walk 3. We are going to the Tyra Cave walking track. The Warrumbungle area is a significant place for Aboriginal people, especially the Gunnedah, Wallawan and Wiradjuri language groups. Evidence of occupation of the area dates back thousands of years. Ceremonial grounds, stone tools, wooden artefacts, tool-making sites, woven artefacts, art sites, scarred trees, carved trees and burial grounds are present in and around the Warrumbungle Mountains, which is exactly why Jackie and I picked the moderate 3.4 kilometre return to Tyra Cave as our second day's walk. A nice timber walkway is being constructed to view the cave and gives you excellent views of the Grand High Tops and Mount Exmouth. Tyra Cave is a rock shelter of cultural significance which was used by the Gunnedah people with occupation dating back some 4,800 years, and it shows an excellent example of grinding grooves. Tyra Cave? It'll be easier to go down because that was pretty much all uphill. And seeing as we started that walk nice and early, we had plenty of time to head into Coonabarabran, which has a very special place in our hearts because it was here that we interviewed and painted our mate Lou Bacon for our Anzac Portrait series. And whenever we visited Lou, we took him out to his favourite Chinese restaurant. We grabbed a feed and grabbed some supplies and then hit the information centre to book a tour of the Siding Springs Observatory. And when in the information centre, you have to check out their fantastic megafauna display. These creatures roamed the Australian bush thousands of years ago. On our way back to the Warrumbungles, the sky was looking very ominous. Raining in the Warrumbungles. Not to worry though, it ended as quickly as it began, and when we returned to camp we found time to jump on our e-bikes, do a little exploring, and enjoy the sunset. Today would be the first of our bigger walks. Fans Horizon, a 3.6 kilometre return, grade 3, moderate to steep 2-hour walk. We've done this one, we've done this one, We've done this one, and we're doing this one today. And off we go. Fans Horizon is an excellent introductory walk on a well-formed path with approximately 1,000 steps. Geez, you wouldn't want to have a blowout on your thong on this one, would you, boys and girls? These 1,000 steps would take us to a lookout on the exposed sandstone cliffs of Balgadden. Actually, this walk provides an excellent view of the whole Grand High Tops area. And this is exactly where it happened, boys and girls. This is where I blew out me thong. We hadn't even walked up 100 steps yet. This is definitely something I hadn't planned for, and I guess it's why people wear proper walking shoes. Got a blowout on the thong. Not to worry though, even though this trail was full of sharp rocks and sticks, being an alpha male I have a high pain threshold and could easily walk the remaining 950 steps with one thong missing. Was that a blowout, love?
No, what's wrong?
I blew a tyre. We knew it was coming. It's way down there.
So here you go, folks. This is Artist Wayne on a 3.2 kilometre walk up a steep hill, and he's wearing thongs. And one of his thongs is just broken.
Yeah, I'll do some bush surgery.
I was only saying to him yesterday, you actually need to get a pair of shoes to do these bushwalks.
Yeah,
But
well,
it's fallen on deaf ears.
I've popped a hole in this, right? And I'm pulling this through. If I tie a knot in this, it'll hopefully not pop back through. I can get enough slack on it.
Just had a bee land on me.
Oh, nice.
Get off. I think he likes my pink top. This is the Dowsant Way.
There we are.
And how long is that going to last?
That'll last for the rest of... Oh, that feels good. It's nice and tight. Bush surgery. This was a fantastic fix. I was walking even faster than before. We have climbed a long way up. And it was easy. People who climb Mount Everest, I don't know what they're going on about. My bush surgery seems to be working. Yep. Onward and upward. Ooh, looky. Fans Horizon.
Wow.
Well, it's absolutely worth walking over 1,000 steps uphill, even with one blown out thong, because the views up here are absolutely spectacular. Another walk done and dusted. Our fourth walk in 3 days. We were absolutely killing it. And starting these bushwalks nice and early in the morning gave us the opportunity to do some exploring, because there's a few fantastic fire trails around the campsite which are perfect for a pushy ride.
We're doing the split rock walk today. Wayne,
Yes,
what's your footwear attire today?
I'm not wearing thongs because I had a blowout yesterday, so I'm going to wear my booties with socks. Today is the split rock walk. Hopefully I've got appropriate footwear, and it's a grade steep. It's day 4 and it's our 5th walk as we build our way to the bread knife. This one starts off hard straight away. Split rock. Here I was in my trusty booties whilst Jacqui was still employing her skiing technique. Now they recommend walking this very steep split rock circuit, and they being national parks and wildlife, that it is done in an anti-clockwise direction. However, we were doing it in the opposite direction, which is the correct way because that's the way we were doing it. And take it from me, this is a fantastic walk / rock climb. No wonder it's a bloody grade 4 walk, and if it was going to be like this all the way, we were certainly going to have our work cut out for us. How good is this, love? Hey?
This is a take no prisoners walk.
This was quite a demanding walk so far, but so well worth it. It was the most fun I'd had in the Warrumbungles yet. The rock formations around here were incredible. This was certainly a walk that just kept giving. Well, the Warrumbungle National Park was certainly putting a show on for Jacqui and I today. With all this beautiful landscape, which includes forested ridges, barren spires and deep gorges, this park was added to the National Heritage List in 2006, and it became the first international dark sky park in Australia, which happened in 2016. Unfortunately, we weren't here at the best time to be photographing the night sky because we had a super moon. Got to be careful in these booties.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Because my foot can stretch underneath, you know, because they're so soft. I think I'll go back to wearing thongs. It's the best footwear for bushwalking, and I'm pretty sure I had a spare pair in the back of the Ram. Hooey!
Is it the top?
I doubt it. If you happen to get up here and you don't have any food, people have left heaps of licorice bullets.
Where does the track go? That's it.
Up there. I told you this was a walk that just kept giving. And if you don't like heights, or walking close to an edge where you could easily fall to your death, and this next part of the walk may be a little sketchy for you. I must say Jacqui wasn't doing too badly considering she's afraid of heights. But if you were unlucky enough to fall, just look at the spectacular view you'd have on your way down. Now, once you get across this tricky section, you could be forgiven for thinking you were at the top.
Why is that?
But you'd be wrong, because a little further up you come to a set of steel stairs. And these steel stairs have a gate with a big bright orange and black warning sign which says things like unstable cliff edges, climb at your own risk because there's a high chance you'll fall to your death, and supervised children. So even though Jacqui wasn't going to do it, technically I was an unsupervised child, I didn't care, I was still going to give it a go. Now I'm not going to lie to you all, I did go like a bull at a gate, which is very unusual for me because I always like to sit back and plan what I'm going to do. And because there's no longer a railing, just posts, so it was really hard to see where the track went, I must admit I got lost. Not only did I get lost once, but twice! And pretty soon I was about to find myself on the movie set of Cliffhanger. Most people would have turned back by now, but not me. I'm too stupid for that. Now, it was here that I realised my mistake, and I was buggered if I was going any further, not unless I had a death wish. There was nothing left to do but retrace my steps, and hopefully it'd be third time lucky. I'm not sure.
Is that a mountain goat up there?
Third time's the charm. I made it to the summit of Split Rock, and I couldn't help but think if I had a heart attack up here, it'd be easy for a helicopter to fly by and just snatch me off the top. What a bloody walk. Absolutely magnificent. Day 5 was our day off from bushwalking. However, we did go for a nice push bike ride in the morning where I managed to break my e-bike, but more on that later, before heading over to the Siding Spring Observatory to check out Australia's largest optical telescope. This telescope can actually be seen from our campsite and is only a 20-minute drive away. There are more than 50 research instruments at Siding Spring, including UK Schmidt, Folks Telescope, iTelescope and Sky Mapper. So if you're staying in the Warrumbungles, this tour is a must-see. In astronomy research, telescopes can be likened to time machines because the faintest objects seen through them are those which are able to tell us the most about the earliest stages of evolution in the universe. The fainter an object is, the further away it is, and the longer it takes light to reach us. Hence, the further back in time astronomers are able to peer. On the tour, you get to walk around the outside of the telescope, enjoying the stunning 360-degree views. But if there's one thing on this tour that you need to remember, it's bring a jacket. Inside the telescope, it's 5 degrees, the same temperature as the night sky. That way they won't get any distortion in the telescope's imagery. That's all well and good, but it was too bloody cold for me wearing t-shirt and shorts. It's day 6, and this is our 6th walk. Yesterday we had the day off, we went for a push bike ride and we observed the observatory. And today we are doing the bread knife. The big one. What do you think, Jacqueline? You ready for it? And look, I've got a backpack. A big meal last night. So we were ready for the big walk. Oh, the big walk. Well, today I was doing the big walk in me trusty thongs. And silly me, I forgot to get the spare pair out of the back of the ram. So I was still wearing the pair I'd repaired back at Split Rock. Not to worry though, as a backup, I brought me booties with me. Now, when you begin the bread knife and Grand High Tops walk, there are a couple of offshoot tracks you can take, and some are shorter than others. And these give you a great view of where you'll be walking, which looks a long way. After a long, steep paved track, you come to a set of stairs, which there are approximately 980 of them. And every time you come to a clearing, the view gets more spectacular. The higher you climb, the bigger the reward. This 12.5 kilometre return grade 3 moderate to steep walk normally takes 4 to 5 hours, and it is absolutely worth it. However, Jacqui and I would do more. Check that out, looking straight down the edge of the bread knife. Oh wow. We were now climbing our way to the Grand High Tops summit. We were about to immerse ourselves in the rock spires and domes on all sides with 360-degree views and a spectacular view down to the bread knife. Here you can understand why this has become one of the most famous outlooks in the state. The 360-degree views up here are absolutely breathtaking. Jacqui and I were on top of the world. And when we made it down the other side of the mountain past Baylor Hut, Jacqui and I had a nice picnic lunch before I left to do another 4-kilometre walk. That night we celebrated with a Chinese meal. Not only were we celebrating all the walks we'd accomplished, but the life of our mate Lou Bacon. So I guess all that's left to do now is give Warrumbungles a score. The bushwalks here in the Warrumbungles are absolutely amazing. And I'll tell you what, that last one, I was so sore after that. I think I did about 18 or 19 kilometres in me bloody thongs. Anyway, I'm scoring the Warrumbungles a big 5 out of 5.
So if you really want somewhere to get away from it all, the Warrumbungles is definitely the place to go. I'm scoring it a 5 out of 5.
So hit the like and subscribe button, because I'm Artist Wayne.
And I'm Jacqui.
See you next time.